Right, I'm just going to keep an eye on who is... right, Tim Gerhard sets the benchmark of a 1 minute 6.1. He puts in a 21.3. And then we got the 277 there. And that is Estonia's Viktor Goryainov, who was there. But then Callum Voisin from the United Kingdom jumps up into second. Valentin Klus in third. And it's changed all the time. Thomas Dolsa-Manis goes top. The sole South African, Akil Alibai, who is the two-time Junior Rotax South Africa Open champion. So we've got a whole host of pedigree. Kai Rilets, despite the bruised left rib cage, is doing brilliantly. A 1 minute 5.818 from the 274 from Belgium. Switched to JJ Racing midpoint of last season, having initially gone out on the CRG chassis. And he's found a bit of a groove now as the youngster. 0.332. Marcus Lutzio, we've got Reynolds. As again, Tim Gerhards goes to the top of the timesheet. So 1 minute 4.856. So he's the first one to go sub 65. We've got about 1 minute and 19 to go in this quali session. And the times are changing. Tom Braken. Now, I've been waiting for this youngster to come back flying into Junior Rotax, and he goes P2 behind his SP Motorsport stablemate by just over a tenth of a second, 1 minute 4.856. And I'm just keeping an eye. The top four separated by just a tenth and a half. Callum Voisin rounds out the top four as Morris Schmeitz in the number 210 goes fastest by just 9 1/1000ths of a second over Tim Gerhards. So Gerhards has got he's got a window, but it's fast ticking away. We've got 40 seconds on the clock, so Tim Gerhards really has to try and see what he can do at the minute. Valentin Klus currently in 10th, behind Yalava in the 272. Alibai in the 203 now in 8th, behind Alexander Abkazava. Stolsa-Manis up to P6. Marcus Lutzio rounds out the top 5, separated by just 0.24 of a second as Tim Gerhards has responded on Morris Schmeitz and goes over a tenth of a second quicker. A 1 minute 4.733. Gilles still doing well down in 11th despite the injury. Gutierrez Boza in the 232 rounds out the top 15, separated by just 9.5 tenths or so of a second. Abkazava from Georgia goes second, 104.844, and I think the timer has expired. Checkered flag is being waved. First one, Morris Schmeitz will provisionally take third. Alibai takes 7th, Lutzio 8th, Gilles 9th, ahead of Yalava in the 272, rounds out the top 10. So it's now going to be a case of the likes of Tim Gerhards, Abkazava, Stolsa-Manis, Braken, Voisin. They all have a chance at pole position. They're separated by just 0.265 of a second in this session. As the times are coming in, Milan Ritter in the 220, P16. Felix Jansson in the 231 goes 14th quickest. Drake Jansson, my apologies. Topainen from Finland in the 240 goes 21st. Goryainov from Estonia, 25th. We've had the 288s from Latvia's Daniel Hunt take 24th position as the last few sets of drivers come across the start-finish line. Abkazava does not improve. Tim Gerhards takes the top time in this session, a 1 minute 4.733 from the youngster from the Netherlands, ahead of Georgia's Alexander Abkazava. And I'm just looking at the time difference between Abkazava and Morris Schmeitz from Germany. 3 1/1000ths of a second separating the pair. Stolsa-Manis takes 4th, ahead of Tom Braken. Callum Voisin very much showcasing that he will have something to say this weekend in P6. Alibai from South Africa, 7th. Marcus Lutzio from Great Britain, 8th. Kai Rilets, the 272, and that is of Finland's Aleksi Yalava. Rounds out the top 10. Valentin Klus 11th. Looks like Harry Reynolds in 12th from Great Britain. Nick Gerhards, Pernia, Janssen, Gutierrez, Bosa, and Ritter round out the top 17. Good to see that another young driver by the name of Mia Mareta Pankratov from Estonia rounds out the top 18. Only 1.1 seconds off the pace was the youngster from AGS Racing. Joni Mertz from Germany and Mikos in the 211, who will definitely have... it's just so close. Alexander Mikov from Poland, Ada Turpainen, Jere Kokalainen, David Schnell from Germany, Daniel Hunt, Viktor Goryainov, and Kraft Motorsport's Luca Collins-Scholz rounds out the 26 strong. So that's 26 of the 53 drivers that have just qualified. Now we're going to have 27 of them. And that was quite an interesting session, Sarah, because the top 21 drivers separated by just 1/1000th shy of 1.2 seconds. It just shows that you see close qualifying in single-seaters, touring cars, but then you get back to karting and it just like turns it all upside on its head, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think karting time-wise is on a totally different level. Yeah, to see the top 18 here separated by just over a second is, yeah, that's some close racing.
It's going to get even closer, I can assure you of that. But yeah, it's just really, really nice to see that the juniors again, these are the youngsters that are vying for those places in top-tier motorsport. Looking at Formula One, the World Endurance Championship, maybe even touring cars. There's a whole host of drivers that have raced through the Rotax racing family, one of which who raced in that category and is here this weekend. We will see him a bit later on, but I'm just going to say the two words, Mark Kimber. And for those watching at home, those listening on Downforce Radio's Rotax radio channel, you know exactly who I am talking about. This guy has won the grand finals himself before. And I think if memory serves me correctly, so I have tried to do my research on as many people as possible. And he actually won it back in 2016. And if memory serves me correctly, I think that might have been Sarno as a junior Rotax driver, and he's here as a senior. There's a lot of seniors to come, about 70 plus of them, and that's going to be absolute mayhem and pandemonium when we get to the 3 qualifying sessions for them. So we've now got the first half of the juniors now having gone through their qualifying stages. And we're going to have quite a few now going through. For those watching on the screen at home, the 236 is Arvid Rosen from Sweden for Dan Holland Racing. And then just in the front of the shot from JJ Racing there, that is the Netherlands' very own Lucas Schoenmakers in the 202. Then we've got the 266